So we've been talking about getting vehicles ready for winter for a long time.
Well, it's fall in Colorado, which means the weather is about to get weird.
So when it comes to prepping your car for winter, there's a few things you can do that make it a lot easier to clean all winter long. All right, let's get this guy ready for winter. Protecting your investment and making it easy to clean and easy to drive, easy to see out of for the winter requires a few steps, and they're really pretty simple. One, you want to make sure before you get your car ready for winter, give it a thorough cleaning. Wash your wheels thoroughly. Then wash the exterior of the car thoroughly. If it's bumpy like this was, go ahead and hit it with a clay mitt or a clay bar so you can knock down the fallout, any kind of overspray that's on the finish. So I don't want to forget to remove any leaves or needles. Now this is fall. We are well into fall. So what we have right now is a lot of leaves and pine needles. Where we live, we have tons of leaves and pine needles. So if pine needles and leaves are left in areas like this in your cowl, then what happens is they'll hold the mud, they'll hold the dirt, and they'll hold the water. This is the perfect way to start a little bit of rust or corrosion if you don't remove those leaves and pine needles. So remove as many as you can by hand first, and then go ahead with your pressure washer and blast out the rest. The reasons to get your car sealed up for the winter: one, I want it easier to wash. I want to remove the nastiness from the roads easily with a pressure washer or a hose. That's one major reason. Two major reasons: I want to be able to always see out my glass real easily. By sealing the glass, I can remove ice easier. I can see the water go up over the roof without even using a wiper sometimes. That is an easier way to drive and an easier way to get through the winter, and certainly safer. Now, if you want to put something on your car that could potentially last you all the way through the winter, with maybe one reapplication if you live in a really severe weather type place, the ceramic spray coating is next level, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and take the ceramic spray coating in one of our microfiber applicator pads. I'm gonna spray 5 or 6 sprays into the applicator pad. And then I'm gonna go ahead and outline the area that I'm gonna go ahead and coat. In other words, I'm gonna go around the outside, the entire outside of the hood, make sure I've got it, and then I'm gonna fill it in. I'm gonna fill in the entire area that we are gonna do the ceramic spray coating on. Now, am I going to avoid all of these little plastic, black, corrugated plastic areas? No, I'm gonna actually go ahead and coat those too. So these guys here, I'm coating them, and I have a little bit more work time with this. This gives me the ability to go ahead and do one more panel, handful of sprays into that one, and I'm gonna go ahead and do just this fender, and I'm gonna go only to the body lines. So I'm gonna outline it, and I'm going all the way up inside of here. Remember, these are all areas that become difficult to clean all winter. I wanna do all of the areas that are difficult to clean the most. So, setting down the applicator pad, I'm gonna use a fresh microfiber polishing towel. I can see that this product is starting to cure. I can feel it, that it becomes just a tiny bit tacky. You don't wanna wait for it to get super tacky, super dry, then it becomes more difficult to remove. And I'm gonna go ahead and polish to perfection. I'm gonna remove the remainder of the residue so that it looks perfect. It's really easy to remove. And gosh, the glow, it's so nice. So you can see that we've got this little area done quickly. Another quick tip, all the plastic that's like this, or like this, you don't remove the ceramic spray coating from any plastic, okay? So again, that's areas like this, any areas that are unpainted, you leave the ceramic coating on. You do not need to remove it. So after doing one little area like that, I'm just gonna keep going down the entire vehicle. Now, there's another area that really takes a little bit extra work to clean in the winter, and that's the door jambs. You don't think about it, but the door jambs get all beat up. If you open the door of your car right now, you look at your door jamb, Oftentimes you dry wipe it after you've finished washing the car and you open the doors and there's a little bit of water there, but really you're kind of dry wiping. You're not washing and drying it. Since you're gonna have that kind of a cleaning method to your door jambs, it makes great sense to go ahead and ceramic coat the door jambs, the hood jamb, and the trunk jamb. That's gonna make that way easier to clean and less likely to be scratched as you're cleaning it. A little more ceramic spray coating, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the entire inside barrel of the wheel. This is one of the parts of the wheel that takes the most energy to clean when it's super nasty. So I wanna make sure and coat this, and then coat the back of the spokes, and coat all of the wheel parts right up to the part that mounts to the actual rotors, okay? Taking a microfiber towel, one light wipe, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit more significant wipe to get the remainder off. After doing the barrel, I'm gonna go ahead and do the ceramic spray coating to the face of the wheels. Real quick wipe off, not too serious, very light. The ceramic spray coating definitely makes the wheel very shiny. And again, I didn't polish it, I just added a lot of gloss and a ton of protection to that wheel with the ceramic spray coating. Now while I'm down here, after finishing the ceramic spray coating, now's the perfect time for me to go ahead and use the tire armor. Tire armor is a semi-permanent tire dressing that actually protects it, and it'll hold up for months. So it's not like our tire shine that just holds up for weeks, maybe a month. This is something that's gonna make the tire easier to clean throughout the winter. So take one of our standard blocks, take the tire armor, spray 5 or 6 sprays right into the sponge, and then apply very evenly. Okay? And this product might not shine the way you want it to, so a lot of what I like to do, I might top it off with a little bit of our tire shine. That'll give it a little bit more rich look, but this tire armor has a purpose. The purpose is to protect the tire and to make it very easy to clean next time I come at it with a pressure washer. So your wheel wells, while we have some neat products for making the wheel wells look really dark, our undercarriage spray is great for that. However, if you want something that's really gonna make ice and snow and other things that are terrible not stick to your plastic wheel wells, you can actually use our spray coating, the ceramic spray coating, on the wheel wells. Now, the way you do it is I like to use it on the entire thing, and I thoroughly cleaned them first. That's critical. You spray down the plastic sides, and if you have the carpeted wheel wells, like I do right here, you can spray those as well. Now, while this will drastically change the color of your wheel wells, it will make them darker and it'll look awesome, this is a play that you use to protect your wheel wells. When you want nothing to stick to those wheel wells, or you want it to be super easy to clean them, if you go ahead and do a ceramic spray coating on them, it's gonna make them easier to clean like the rest of the vehicle. All right, sealing your glass is quite possibly the single most important detailing you'll do of your vehicle ever. Why? Well, if you're passing someone and there's water or snow or ice on your windshield and you can't see who's coming at you, it could mean your life. It could mean their life too. Keeping your glass hydrophobic so that the water continues to roll off of it or the ice doesn't stick to it, it's extremely important. I'm gonna teach you real quick how to do a glass sealant. And we have 2 different methods. One is our standard glass sealant, which is fantastic, okay? This product, squirt into an applicator, rub it on, hit it with a little mist of the glass cleaner, wipe it off with a towel. That's a really easy one. That is our standard glass sealant, and it holds up for about 200 miles of rain driving or about 3 months. So another thing that'll make it wear out will be your windshield wiper fluid, which is predominantly alcohol, okay? So at minimum, you wanna use this. Now, if you wanna go to the highest possible protection, that's gonna be our ceramic glass coating, okay? It comes with these things. It comes with a little clay bar, okay? Because you wanna clay your glass first. You wanna make sure and remove all contamination that's sticking to your glass, because each little thing stuck to your glass could possibly reduce the hydrophobic properties that you want to happen on your windshield. So, all right, using the glass cleaner, I'm gonna use it as a lubricant for the clay bar and then quickly clay the entire glass. After a thorough claying, I'm gonna go ahead and set that stuff down, and then I'm gonna open up, and notice I did both sides. I wanna make sure I do both sides of the windshield before I go ahead and open this, because as soon as I open this packet, I wanna be able to complete all of the glass that I intend to ceramic coat. So part A, oh, gloves, they're a must. I'm a guy that never likes to wear gloves, but I'm telling you, when you're touching, like your hands are directly on the ceramic coating, pre-saturated wipes, you wanna make sure and use gloves. So the way I like to do this, open it so that it is all the way open. So I like to make it all the way open, and then go ahead and go back and forth across the glass, getting every single square inch, and then outline it, making sure it is 100% coated. I can see, because I've got great lights, that it is, and then hit the other side. After part A, I'm gonna go ahead and go straight to part B. Now, make sure and use this in a well-ventilated area because it smells terrible, flat out, it does. So the part B wipe now is directly over the part A wipe, okay? And this one, I'm gonna work in really well. I really wanna make sure that the part B is extremely well applied. I wanna work it in nice and thoroughly. Boom, that's nice and thick on there. So after part B, I can go ahead now and clean the glass. I want to clean the remaining residue off with the clean towel that I've got remaining and our glass cleaner. So just a fine mist and a gentle wipe is all I'm going to need to go ahead and get this glass flawless. So maybe the question is, when do you want to prep your car for winter? Well, you're going to watch the weather, right? I know that right now, then 10 days from now, the temperature is going to go from 60 down to 40. Okay, so we know that the temperatures are definitely falling now. Now, I don't want to do this in early September, okay, because then I want the longevity of the protection that I'm putting on the car to be as close to the winter weather that I'm protecting the car from as possible. Protecting your car before winter, it makes your car so much nicer to live with through the winter, so much easier to clean. And if you're like me, you always look at how dirty your car is when you're driving it in the winter weather. You just know that I'm protected, I'm good. Peace of mind, and you're really protecting your investment.